Hey folks, I'm here in the rabbitry today at Apopka, Holland. I'm going to show you a couple little things that I think might help you with some of your husbandry and your rabbitry. One of the problems that you're going to run into eventually if you've got a rabbit that goes through a molt is you're going to get fur that gets trapped or wrapped all around the cage wire. I don't know if you can see here, but I'll try to put you in a little closer. See all of that? It's kind of frustrating. What's up, little man? A little frustrating because it makes it look so tacky. If you notice in this cage here, you can see how that wire gets wrapped in all around the hair gets wrapped in all around the wire. But I'm going to try and show you today something that I use personally that will help you tremendously. And on top of that, it's something that you can also use if you have a rabbit that you have to quarantine. Say you got a rabbit that's got something that, you know, maybe it's potential sickness or illness, and you want to segregate that rabbit off to a separate cage, and then later on, if you need to use that cage again, you don't want whatever was contaminated in that cage to affect another rabbit. So if you'll stay tuned for just a little bit, I'll share some of what I use. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, you're going to move this little guy. We don't want to harm him in the process, and I'm sure he's not going to be real excited about what I'm about to do. But we're going to move him into a different cage that we know is safe, and then we're going to get to work. All right, so this is what I recommend. I don't know if you guys got one of these laying around, but you can always pick one up from Lowe's or Home Depot or just about any hardware store. But this little mini torch, this little propane torch, I use a Burns-O-Matic. I guess you can use just about any style. Personally, I like the one that's got the engagement tool on the end here where you can fire this thing up pretty easily. And you got to pay a little more money to get this, but you don't necessarily have to have that. I just like using it because of the ease of being able to use it. So what we're going to do essentially is we're going to burn the hair off. I haven't noticed where it stinks like terribly bad, but hey, this is actually one of the best ways of going about it. Plus I like to use this again, like I said before, so whenever you have a situation where you got a rabbit that's sick or something like that, and you're quarantining that rabbit, you can take this and you can use this after you've removed that rabbit from the cage to try to help with any type of contaminants or illness that might be in that cage. So that means water nipples, anything that can be heat treated, or the cage wire, anything that they may put their face on, their nose on, scratch or touch. And so this right here is an ideal option for those of you that want to deal with the hair that is accumulated in your rabbitry. All right, let's get to work. All right, now that we've got the torch fired up, I'm going to show you exactly how easy that this is to do. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're not doing anything that would cause something to catch on fire. But I can go up here to these old cobwebs and see how nicely and easily that comes off of there. Storm right next door, she's not real crazy about it, but it's not going to bother her at all. Smells a little bit. Burnt hair isn't the best smelling thing, but it's not too awful bad. Just giving you a little example of what we do, how we make it work. Sometimes we get hair that just is really difficult to get off cleaning otherwise. I don't know if you notice how that piece just fell right off of there. Works really well. The other thing is I want to show you every so often underneath my cage I've got electrical wire that I use to make sure bears and other predators can't get to the rabbits. See how easily that comes off of there? So some people might say, well, that's pretty obvious, but believe it or not, there's a lot of people that wouldn't know the difference. All right, so that gives you an idea on one of the things that you can do for rabbit hair that gets stuck in your cage after your rabbit's gone through a molt. So hopefully that gives you an idea of something you can do in your rabbitry, something that'll help you and help you keep up the maintenance. That's a big thing, very important. And if you got rabbit customers coming to buy rabbits, in the long run, maybe you say hair don't really bother me, but you know, it's more presentable, it looks a whole lot better, and it's a whole lot healthier environment, I believe personally. And so again, hopefully that helps you. God bless you. This is Joe Myers of Apopka, Holland, right here in the state of Florida. And if you haven't already, subscribe and like our videos and hit the notification bell so that you can later on be notified when we do other videos. All right, take care.